And away we go with extra time. Thank you for all your tweets and questions, of which there is an extensive collection in my hands. Extensive.
I'll tell you what to do. Fold the paper in half.
Oh yeah, just
that's a less extensive
some
list.
of them just went away. Daniel gets us started in fine fettle. Should I hire a throwing coach for my youth footballing team, Steve? I'm thinking of firing all my assistants to get the throwing coach.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Don't start me. Don't start me.
You go there.
How many assistant coaches do you have in a young football team?
I was wondering, maybe this is...
Actually, you just reminded me of something when you said fold it in half.
What's that?
We used to have a player at Liverpool called Phil Thompson, right? He had a huge nose. And every single day, everybody used to go up to him and go, hey, how'd you make Phil Thompson's nose 12 inches long? Fold it in half. Every day somebody said that to him. It was fantastic.
Oh,
I'm sure he loved it.
Tomo.
Well, he just brushed.
See, that's him sidestepping the throw-in coach question there.
Yeah. Didn't think we'd be getting Phil Thompson's nose into the answer. That's one.
Well, you
of
don't
the
know how.
delights of
He just told you how big it is.
And actually, this is just to finish off. By the end, you didn't have to recite the whole thing.
Right.
You just walk in and go, how'd you make? And that was it. Everybody would just start laughing.
Robbo, I don't think you've had a chance to weigh in on the Stevie versus Jules tete-a-tete vis-a-vis the throwing coach.
Well, all I would say, in England, there's been a lot of talk about it, and they've been calling Stevie a dinosaur, which I think everybody would agree with. But that's not to do with the throwing coach. I'm not sure what you'd need a throwing coach to do. You know, you get two hands behind the ball, and you put the ball behind your head, and you throw it in to one of your teammates. That always helps. So why you'd want a throwing coach, I do not know.
Mm. Well, what I would say is, right, and I don't want to harp on about this.
Then why?
So we're going to.
You're going to. You're going to.
No, but you're saying, well, you make yourself a little bit silly there, Robbo, no? Because there's a little bit, clearly, we have one of the best coaches in the world, probably the most sought-after coach at the moment in the world, and he sees fit to have this coach.
Right.
Now, who are we then to say?
But what do you think the throwing coach is getting to do? To throw it longer or get the ball?
Well, listen, as you know, not everybody can be a Rory Delap type character. For those that remember him, he could shell the ball like 50 yards. But if you can, I'm just surmising here, if you can get people to throw the ball longer and flatter and quicker as a technique to get you on a counter-attack or whatever, that must be what he's thinking. I'm not saying, it's going to make the biggest difference in the game, but don't you think?
You're looking for that extra little percent, aren't you? You're just looking for that extra little percent, aren't you?
Do you know? Actually, you know what, Robbie? Do you know what set me off actually? Because I understand that if you think you can get some sort of edge or make somebody any better by doing something, then go for it. But what set me off was Jules turned round and said, "Oh, that goal was created because of the throwing coach." What's an absolute lot of nonsense. And you get all these people jumping on that, that's because of the goal. What, the throwing coach? Absolute nonsense. That's what set me off.
If you've got a coach coming in to work on routines about how you can get better movement from throw-ins, how you can buy yourself a little bit of space, I understand that. That's part of set plays that you have. You'd have it on free kicks, you have it on corners, you can have it on throw-ins. But I'm not sure you can make somebody who's got a bit of athleticism throw the ball any further if you give him a bit of education, maybe a yard or two. Is that going to make a big difference?
All right, we'll move on.
Well, thank you.
Because I'm sure we're going to. This is far from done yet. We will go. Stevie Nicol's personal chef, the provider of the next question. What happened to Dani Ceballos?
Who?
What did happen to Dani Ceballos? Any ideas?
I think he made an appearance today, didn't he?
He did make an appearance today. Robert, what has happened to Dani Ceballos?
Well, he started the season and he played most of the games early on and he looked to be a good player, and then Unai Emery sort of left him out and he came back into the side, and then he had an injury and he went back and got his treatment in Madrid, which a lot of players do now. And Mikel has only just recently seen him the last week and a half, and he's put him in the side. And I think Ceballos wasn't happy with the game time he was getting, and I think he wants to go back and go away from his loan. But Arsenal aren't going to let him do that. He's going to have to stay at Arsenal till the end of the season. a season-long loan, I think.
Listen, wouldn't that be one of the greatest, easiest jobs in the world?
How big is personal chef?
Steve Nicol's personal chef. What does that consist of? Going down and going, buying for the boss today, what's the mince? What else?
I'm not arguing.
Potatoes. And what are you making today?
Well, need vegetables with it.
Some vegetables.
What sort of mince, though?
Not a lot of thinking going on there, Robbo, is there? You know, if you're Stevie's personal chef.
What sort of mince? Mince is what they do to it. What is you having? Lamb, beef, or pork?
No, it's
what
beef.
sort of mince?
Beef. Of course he's having beef.
Minced beef.
He doesn't have any of that lamb
Come on,
nonsense.
Stewie.
I do believe
You knew better than that.
Stewie, I do believe it's 98% minced beef.
I would imagine it's fat. 98% fat.
Wow.
Not you, Stevie.
No.
Of course.
That's 100%.
Of course. I knew that already.
Bob, with lots of numbers after his name.
Bob.
Simple question.
What do you call a man in the sea with no arms and no legs?
Blackadder.
Bob.
Blackadder.
Yes, indeed. Piatek or Jovic? Simple question.
Jovic.
Yeah. Simple answer.
What is it?
Piatek or Jovic?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a pronunciation thing there.
Piatek.
Yeah? Anyone else want to weigh in? Anyone with a different idea?
Well, you only gave us two.
Yeah.
No, that's Jovic.
How many more ideas do you want? You gave us two.
Graziani? I mean, I don't know.
Sammy wants to know, it's very key. He's asked this sort of question before about you, Robert. Are you doing the second leg of the League Cup with Peter Drury this week, or is it a different commentator? Some people are very intrigued into your commentator matchups.
No. Peter Drury has been double booked, so he's not doing that game. So I'm with, I believe, Gary Taphouse.
Oh, yes.
If you know Gary Taphouse?
Yep, we do.
You know,
Yep.
yeah. You know, people go in these forums and that, and like to see who's doing commentaries.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
It's quite sad.
That's
quite
just the
interesting.
commentators and the co-commentators.
Oh, who's doing the commentary? Oh,
Have you seen these forums, personally?
Stuart's with Gary. Oh, yes, isn't that? Oh, and Ian Dark is with so-and-so. Oh, marvellous.
Would you rather...
Tomorrow I'm going to try and find something interesting to do. Or I'll go be on the forum again and have a butcher's.
Would you rather have a holiday?
I digressed. Yes.
Would you rather have a
I don't
holiday?
know what the second one is.
Or
but
play in a fourth round FA Cup replay? Asks Bizarro Mike. I think I know the answer, but...
It's always a holiday.
What do you mean?
Always a
You
holiday.
having a laugh?
Always a holiday.
Not even a question.
I mean, a nice little Tuesday night tilt with Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury. Wouldn't...
Or
Let's move on. We'll take a holiday. Move
Of
on.
course we will.
Ali Moreno's 100% the provider of the next.
100%.
My question to Jack and Victor, a.k.a. Stephen Craig. Have you guys watched the show Still Game?
he does.
Well, I watch it all the time.
Literally every night, yeah?
I watch it all
Mince,
the time.
guaranteed.
And still game at some stage.
Yeah.
Have you heard the phrase
Absolutely.
creature of habit?
Absolutely.
Well,
I don't watch it. I know about it. I've never. It's just I've never really got into that program when I was living in England.
Yeah.
But
I was told not to bother because one, I could not understand it, and two, I wouldn't get the humor. That's what I was told.
it is a Scottish sitcom, right, Stevie?
Yes, Scottish sitcom.
It's been going for years and years.
is it better
Yeah.
than Rabsy Nesbitt? Because
Yes.
that tailed off.
Yes. No, it's better than Rhapsody.
It did
now.
tail off.
Yeah, there's a lot of great characters in it.
I've seen
One
bits
of my
it. Oh, it's
favourite
good.
actually is Naveed, who owns the shop, his wife. Her partner's fantastic. And you never see her. You've never, ever seen her face. You always go to her and she's facing the other way.
Oh, really?
But her partner's brilliant.
Nice. You can see those viewing figures escalating right now.
I would recommend it. Some may have a problem understanding it. It's a little Glaswegian,
That would be me.
but I would recommend it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.